It is now time for our feature presentation. Spoiler warnings. Alright guys, we're ready for round 2 on the Meg with Meg 2, The Trench from 2023.
Jonas, we need your help. We're detecting increased aquatic activity 25,000 feet deep in the trench. It's an ancient ecosystem untouched by man. Whatever is down there is trying to make its way to the surface.
This was a bad idea.
Just a little bit.
Jonas, we've got company.
That's the biggest Meg I've ever seen.
Biggest Meg anyone's ever seen.
That's the apex predator.
Everybody make it to the station! You can make it! Keep going!
3 massive Megs and who knows what else have escaped the breach.
I just hope it goes better than last time.
What happened last time?
You don't want to know.
Go!
We've never seen this before. They hunted in packs.
We can relax. This place, Meg-proof. I mean, Jonas was always afraid of this, but I was also thinking...
Alright, Dwayne, we're back with the Meg Part 2. Did you like it as much as Part 1?
Yeah, not as much.
No.
It's a good. This is more like you say when you say a popcorn movie.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of the plot makes a whole lot of sense on some parts.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the characters come in only to get killed. I'm not dogging the movie. I like the movie. It's just that it wasn't as good as number 1. So you want to tell them about it?
Dwayne, I didn't like this movie that much. Yeah, it's still okay. They wrote off the girl he got with in the first one, who I really liked.
Yeah.
I guess she didn't want to be in Part 2. I don't know what happened there. But she was like, I think her being there would have helped a lot. But her daughter's still there. And now we introduced the daughter, the girl's uncle, which would have been his girlfriend's brother. He was pretty cool. I liked him. He's one of the newer cast members. And then we get a lot coming back. The guy from Fear the Walking Dead comes back. His little scientist buddy or whoever. What was that black dude's name? DJ?
DJ, yeah.
DJ, yeah, he comes back from the first one. He was one of the funny ones. Some of the people who lived didn't come back, but those guys came back. They were kind of like the returning cast, and you got Statham, of course. I mean, you got to have Statham in this. Yeah, now he kind of works on the team full time, and they're doing some like deep sea dives in these like little submarines, kind of going under. And now the whole time I was thinking of that recent tragedy with the Titan sub, and I was like, oh man, this kind of, I don't know, made me think of that a little bit. And anyway, they kind of run into some like rival group, I guess. What were they?
Somehow they built a darn mining post in the Marianas Trench, and these people that are going there all the time never noticed it before. That's one of the little plot hole things I don't like about it. Story's just not there.
Yeah, and then when the other people find our heroes, they're like, well, let's kill them all. And then they have this huge attack. And so now this time we got bad guys that aren't sharks. There weren't really bad guys in the first one besides the sharks. Now we got real bad guys. And this isn't a horrible idea, except, Dwayne, it was almost pointless at the end. Because you have one of the characters becomes a mole and is evil. And then you have the main bad guy. And then you have our like right-hand man henchman. And like two of them just randomly get killed off by themselves with no closure.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what was the point? I don't know, just it didn't make any sense to me. I was like, what was the point of this? Why write that in if there's no like real closure to it? And that was one of the biggest things that to me that went because you're going to spend all this time with introducing the bad guys and then just nothing really comes of it.
That's where I was going to go with it. The Meg, the first one,
yeah.
The shark's a bad guy. You see the Meg a lot. They fight the Meg a lot. This is Meg 2, right? They have one Meg in captivity that they're trying to train. But then there's more Megs come out. But you don't see the Megs until like the end. And that's kind of what pissed me off a little bit with this movie is, like you said, they have some human bad guys who are, like, mining down there and stealing technology from them to use the mining and stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, they're making money, I guess, and stuff. But, I mean, what was the use of it and everything? And then he said they had the person on their base that was a traitor. I actually like that. I'll say it's a girl. I don't want to give it away so everybody knows what it is. Right. But yeah, she was actually pretty cool as a character. But then her death was actually pretty cool because she's like, "Oh, those sharks can't get through this glass thing, this barrier," and then the shark gets through it and it bites her and just tears it away. But you're like, okay, they do that, but then it takes like a long time before water starts getting into the place, and I'm like, all right, it would have been a lot quicker if the water had started getting in, it would have started sinking a lot quicker.
My problem with that though is like you build up these villains and then do this. Now I like surprise deaths, and we're going to review movies later on tonight that do it better. I think, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then they also kind of repeat the formula at the end when they go to like another beach kind of area. And they have this big attack like they did in the first movie. But this time, instead of Megs, you also got giant octopus and the dinosaurs?
That's what I was going to say. It looks like I didn't really get it too much when they breached the bubble wall in Mariana Trench. Some other creatures come up. It looks like little raptors, kind of.
Yeah.
And they were going crazy, attacking people and eating them too. So I'm like, but how do they get up from the water, from the bottom? How do they get up there? I mean, it doesn't explain a lot. I don't.
It was just a little chaotic.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to get a movie made real quick.
Yeah.
And they didn't have everything figured out, and they just started shooting. And let's add some dinosaurs. Let's add a giant squid or giant octopus. Let's add this, and this would be cool. And there's a scene at the beginning where Meg jumps out the water and eats a T-Rex. That's kind of cool. But the rest of the movie was like,
And I do kind of like they have all this stuff going on sometimes, but for as much CGI you're going to use, I wish it would have looked better. If you're going to use this much CGI, I kind of wish it looked a little kind of better. I like the cool idea of the shark eating the dinosaur, the T-Rex at the beginning. I was like, it did kind of look bad.
Yeah.
I like the giant squid was cool. I wish they would have kept that and got rid of the dinosaurs, in my opinion. Like also the main bad guy randomly just got ate by a dinosaur by herself. Just the main bad guy's dead. You know, it's just kind of, what was that movie, that Bruce Willis movie? Was it Fifth Element? Yeah, have you seen that?
Yes.
Like, he didn't even see Gary Oldman the whole movie, did he?
No, I don't think you ever met him.
I hate that. I like, you gotta have a good guy and bad guy. You know, let's have them meet at least once or have some cool stuff going on, you know. Now, he did get to actually have a fight with the main henchman. I can't remember his name, the Hispanic dude.
Yeah.
That was cool, but like, really, out of all of them, he was the least one that, you know, he was just doing his job, you know. But he did get to have a good fight scene with him, and then he kind of pushed him away of a shark, and he got ate, and he said, "Sorry, chum." I was like, okay, a little cheesy. And one of the Deep Blue Sea movies actually used that as well. Yeah, so this one definitely took a huge dip for me. What about you? Is it that big of a dip, or is it just...
Yeah, the other thing about the movie I didn't like is, I guess I was saying a little bit ago, is it's the Meg 2, and we got 75% of the movie is them fighting humans, and then you have the sharks, like the last scene, you know, kind of. So I didn't like it as much. It did dip. I dropped it from like 8 on Meg to like a 6 on Meg 2. I couldn't even find funny parts in it. Like the first one, there's some good comedy. The little parts with DJ where he tried to train. He said, after the last shark attack, I trained, and like he's got a gun. He knows how to do things now. He's like a survival guy. And them fighting, I think the other guy's name was Mac. Him and Mac are fighting some of the bad guys, henchmen and stuff. That was kind of fun.
Yeah.
But most of the movie was just...
I'm not gonna lie to you. Some of those side characters were the highlight of the film. DJ, Mac.
DJ and Mac.
And then the little girl's uncle. I liked him too.
Yeah.
And I think the characters in the story is what hold it up for me. So like, you know, Statham, Mac, DJ, and the uncle and all that. And the little girl from the first movie, she was still pretty cute and fun in this movie. If they didn't have that, this whole thing, I think, would crumble to a really shitty film. But the characters, you still have, you like them from the first movie. That really held up the structure of the film for me. Any last notes for...
Nah, just jumping on the same thing you said. If it wasn't for the characters, those 4, 5, 6 good characters, this could have been a Sci-Fi Channel horror or Sci-Fi Channel shark movie almost.
Yep, I agree. Here are my pros and cons to the Meg 2. My pros! You still got the characters you like, most of them, and they hold up pretty well. Still a fun popcorn flick, you know, just to watch and enjoy. Good giant squid, shark action, yeah, stuff you like. My cons! Villains that go nowhere. Random deaths that don't really matter. The plot drops dramatically. Too much CGI that isn't that well done. Alright guys, I'm giving Meg 2 The Trench 6 disappointing Megs out of 10. Look at that, we agreed twice.
The creatures stole my surfboard. Yeah, the creatures stole my surfboard.